Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel First Time Mom. All those of you who are here for the first time, please consider subscribing and sharing my content with all the mommies and first time moms who are in need. Today we are here to discuss with the 36th week updates of pregnancy, all my experiences during the 36th week of pregnancy and all do's and don'ts of the third trimester. But before starting today, I would like to discuss or answer one of the questions that is very frequently asked to me by all my family members, all my friends, all the ones who I know. They quite keep on asking me this question is why? Why are you uploading such content? So to answer all of their question is to help and support all the mothers who are there, who are surviving in their pregnancy, who pain in the hands, headaches and everything. I am here to support all of you mommies. So stay happy, stay calm and stay quiet. We are there. If you have made it to your 36th pregnancy, it's just 36th week of pregnancy, it's just one more week ahead that you will be called as a full-term pregnant lady. All of you who are in your 36th week of pregnancy, one more week to go ahead, and if your labor starts in your 37th week, the doctors are not going to stop it. You will be called as full term. I know most of you take 40th week as into consideration, and most of you have got your dates of delivery in the 40th week of your pregnancy, but after 36th week you are termed as full term pregnant. So no need to worry. Even if you go into a normal labor and everything is fine in your pregnancy, you will be able to deliver a healthy baby in 37th week. Just one more week to go for you to called a full-term pregnant mother. The same thing happened with me. I completed my 36th week very easily, very happily, but in my 37th week I started getting sort of Braxton Hicks or sort of contractions, which led to the delivery, an early delivery in my case at 7th week and 3rd day. I delivered my little girl on 37th week and 3rd day, and which was very normal. Everything was normal. It was a normal delivery. The baby was healthy, the baby was fine, everything was in place. So no need to worry. Even if you go ahead into an early labor, there is nothing to worry about after 36th week. Now let's get started on the updates of 36th week. In the 36th week of your pregnancy, mothers, your baby is around 6 pounds, maybe more than that. It's a chubby baby. Your baby is more than 6 pounds. Your baby is almost the size of a big watermelon, and now the baby is preparing to move out. Most of the mothers, baby might have not yet taken the head down position, but yeah, they will take that position eventually as you cross your 36th week. For all the mothers who are pregnant for the first time, your baby will take the head down position by 37th or 38th week. And all of you who are pregnant for the second time, it has happened in earlier cases that the babies have taken head down position on the very day of delivery. So no need not to worry, but eventually for all the first time moms, the baby will take the head down position by the end of 36th week or by the end of 37th week. Your gynec will have an ultrasound now. And one more thing, you will now be having frequent visits to your gynec's clinic. They will take your ultrasound as and when necessary, and he will let you know once the baby is in the head down position. In these days, you might also be suffering from Braxton Hicks, which is called false contractions. You might be suffering from that, and these contractions are very normal, very fine. They are just a feel to give you how the actual contractions will feel like. So somewhat you might be having Braxton Hicks at the times when you're lying down on the bed or when you're taking rest, anywhere, whenever you are like taking a rest, whenever you are still, whenever you are in one position, you might feel your Braxton Hicks coming up. By now, you might have also felt your baby's movement. Some of the mothers even claim that they have seen their baby's palm protruding outside or their legs protruding outside. But normally, in many cases, especially in the first time moms, you might feel the movement of the baby, and it is very important to keep the check of the baby movement in your last weeks, because once the baby doesn't move for as long as 3 to 4 hours, you are required to keep a check on it. You are required to call your midwife, you are required to call your doctor or your nurse. You are supposed to keep the eye on the baby movement. Why? Because this is the time, in many cases, the baby might go into a breech position, which is the head of the baby might not go down in the birth canal. So you need to keep a check on your baby's movement. Be very sure, mothers, you are going into a labor soon if you have already crossed your 36th week pregnancy, or if you are in your 36th week. Now is the time, mothers, when you have to prepare for your newborn baby. You have to bring some clothes, some bibs, some swings or loungers or anything. So be ready with all the newborn preps. We will soon come with a new video stating on what are all the things that is required by the mother just before the delivery and just after the delivery. The next video will be on this soon, so stay tuned for the next videos. Next, for what all you need to keep on eating during your 36th and onwards week of pregnancy is, you are still required to go on with your fluid intake. You need to take as much fluid as you can first, so that you are not constipated enough, and the second, that the baby has room enough in your stomach to move around. Why it is important for the baby to keep moving during the last weeks of pregnancy is to hold on that baby is not in a breech position and he or she is in the head down or in a proper position which is required. So please keep on your liquid or fluid intake as much as you have done in your first and second trimester. The next thing that you need to keep in mind is your iron intakes, because mothers, you are really going to lose a lot of amount of blood, and your body needs to make up for the lost blood, and the body will only be able to make up for the lost blood if you have ample amount of iron in your body. So please keep up with the iron level. Either take the iron supplements or take iron rich food, or you can also go ahead and take any fruits which are rich in iron. So please keep up with your iron level, keep up with your fluids. The next very much and very important thing is to keep up with the food which are good in proteins or high in proteins. Why it is required to be eating high protein diet right now is because you might, if you're planning for a normal delivery, you might require stitches down there during your delivery, after your delivery, sorry, you might require some stitches down there. So to heal up your body, or to heal up your stitches, to heal up your skin out there, you need a high protein diet so that your skin is nutritioned enough to quickly rebuild itself after the long stretched delivery. The other and very important thing in your 36th week and onwards in your pregnancy is to be active. Don't stop moving. Keep your exercise in place. You can also go ahead and continue with the Kegel exercise. If you know what is Kegel exercise, you might see it in the picture. The Kegel exercise, you need to keep moving with your Kegel exercise. This will help you in easy delivery and quite less labor, or quite easy passing of the baby through the birth canal. Please keep doing your exercises. Please be active. I know after the 36th week and onwards, it is quite difficult to move around. You feel fatigued, you feel tired by all the weight you are carrying, by all the excitement or anxiety you are having, but still keep moving. Be very active during your 36th and onwards of your pregnancy. Now, some of the symptoms that you might be feeling in 36th week and after this is, one is restless leg syndrome. I had this in my pregnancy. Trust me, moms, it is difficult, but this phase will pass on. Don't worry. Most of the women go through restless leg syndrome. Is that your legs or you might have the urge to keep on moving your legs from one position to another without getting into technical terms. But restless leg syndrome is something which is difficult to handle, but this phase will pass on. Try to use pillow to keep your legs in place. Try to use cushions down there, putting down your knees and your legs, or putting down your calves, so that it is easy for you to put your leg in one place and not much moving around. The next very important update in your 36th week and onwards of your pregnancy is this, that you might be facing constipation, which is very normal, which is very okay if you're facing constipation, because now the baby is moving around and he or she is taking a large portion of your abdominal body and being ready to come out of the birth canal. So there's less space for everything to move out, everything else to move out. That's why you might feel constipated, and so you need to keep up with the liquid amount you're taking in. The next big update in your 36 and onwards week of your pregnancy is you might now be having severe backache. That's very obvious because of the amount of weight you are carrying. So please be very sure that when you sit, you have a support of certain cushion at your back, or you can use your what I used to do is I used to use my pregnancy pillow. I used to round it around my tummy and then sit on my couch taking its support. So you can use your pregnancy pillow to sit properly or lie down properly. You can also go ahead and use certain like small cushions that are available. You can buy it from Walmart or anywhere. Those are like small size cushion. You can use 3-4 of them to support your lower back and the upper back together. That's very helpful. That's what helped me a lot in my pregnancy. So that was all, mommies, about your 36th week and onwards of your pregnancy. If you have any questions, any queries, please comment down in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much for being here, watching me talking like a chatterbox. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye bye.